Well, this is the clearest image of Apollo 8. There is no other picture like this one on the moon. Picture of the moon, I'm sorry. There is no other picture this clear, this crispy clear, that you can see details on every single sculpture structures. When you can enlarge it at your home with your computer or whatever, and you will see things here. I mean, everything is there. The fingers, the fingernails, the claws, the monsters, you name it. There's reptiles from left to right, from right to left, up and down, side to side, diagonal, you name it. And that thing in the center, that's not a lake or a crater, that's just a sculpture. There's fingers and fingernails all around. The small ones. And then they get bigger and bigger, and in fact the entire thing is one fingernail. This whole entire perimeter. I'm not gonna do outlines or nothing. Apparently people doesn't like that. I don't know for what reason, because then they say, well, I don't see anything. Well, look, right here, this is a fingernail, right here. Look, and that's the finger. So imagine how enormous that hand must be that covers, this is like a quarter of the moon. That hand covers the front of the moon, or that back side. I'm not sure, this must be, this is the Shklovsky so-called crater. It's not a crater, it's molten holes. The deal is, like Dr. Bergeron, and I've seen this on there is no one single impact crater on the moon. That is bunch of bull crap. That's what the scientists have been lying to us forever, and NASA. They know exactly that none of that is a single impact crater. You don't see striations from an impact, you don't see nothing like that. What you see is perfectly made, sculpturized holes, hexagonal, square, you name it, elongated. There are twin, triple, quadruple holes, exact same size, depth, everything. This is all design. And you can find the same exact thing in every single moon and planet all around the solar system. That bull crap, that the meteors, and no. There might be some tiny little meteors that, but this thing is metallic. This is that's why the Apollo, wherever they landed, they didn't lift any dust. Because the regolith is just the byproduct of burn. The burn from the electromagnetic vehicle, creating all this stuff. Dr. Bergeron explained it perfectly, and I mean, that man is a brilliant scientist. He must be by 98 years old by now. They tried to poison him after that 2005 conference based on his book, Ringmakers of Saturn. But what you see here is what it is. It's a bunch of hands and fingers, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. On Earth, the same thing. You will see that in the patterns of the ocean floor. You will see, and I can prove it to anyone. You can look it up in Google Earth, and you will see the outlines of those fingers and hands, and huge, from huge to tiny. It's all there. Look, this is another fingernail. Look, square, and that's the finger right there. And that is the hand. This is the index finger right there. You can see the fingernail. It's like this holding this thing like this. It's holding this deal, look. That's a fingernail too. It's in different ways. The same thing. Look right here, not a square. It's a fingernail. These are hands. This is a hand like this. Like that. It's like this. It's holding this. This means something. And you can see the cut right here perfectly. Look at the line. It cuts here and then like that. You can see the other cut. So the fingers are holding something. And there is a staff on top of that. There's some kind of scepter right here. Look at the deal right there. And it's a bunch of hands grabbing it. This is a finger right there, curved. See the index? And that's the other finger, and that's the other finger. It's a hand. Like this. Look, that's the index. And it curves perfect. I mean, just imagine what a heck of an engineering and architectonic work that you can see this in every which way and it shows the same thing in different ways. Plus, it shows the faces of the reptiles. This is a head right here, and there's one here, another here, and next to it, and it's like that. This is a whole bunch of reptile men. Soldiers, I guess, sitting in a row like that. One here, one here, one here, one here. Look, they all align perfectly. And they all have this medallion looking thing in the chest. I mean, you can see these are all aligned, all these holes are aligned. It's amazing, the geometry. You can see how this thing is aligned this way, and aligned this way, and this way, and I mean, every which way. That only can be done by somebody that's super advanced technologically. We could never even think of something at that scale. You're talking about a bunch of many miles around this, hundreds of miles, possibly. And this is not black, there is structures all around here. For some reason, the orbit, the Apollo 8 didn't, I don't know, doesn't show, but I've seen other images where it shows what's in here. I mean, it's all structures that go deep and they're translucent. On top of that, all of this is translucent because rocks, when they are electromagnetized with high energy, they can become translucent. These people can manipulate atoms, atomic structures in ways that we got no clue. Just look at the colors to begin with. I mean, there are colors incredible. That is just magnificent. I mean, it's diabolically beautiful. But nevertheless, it looked terrible to me, all these monster-looking things, reptiles. And so, who would make reptile thing? A reptilian race. You're not gonna look for elephant people. No. There is a huge face right there. That, in fact, that lake or crater, whatever, is the left side, left eye for the right eye that is right next to it. They just made it in a subliminal way. Like they say, all those who have eyes to see and who have ears to listen, not to hear, to listen.